Hi, I'm Laverne Cox, and you're watching Out at the Center. The fourth annual C Word of the Center's Lesbian Cancer Initiative was a time for cancer survivors to come together for mutual support and celebration. A writer, a filmmaker, and a cancer specialist offered their insights on confronting this disease.
So just a little bit about our programming. Outreach and training programs aside, I want to let people know that we, in the last 6 months, have provided direct support services to over 60 people. And our email newsletter subscribers have in the last, a little less than 2 years, gone from 200 people to over 900. Jenny Saldana, who's a Dominican actor, writer, producer, and who has a number of stage credits, and has written 2 plays, the second of which deals with her own breast cancer experience. And they're short stories, and she's going to do her first one now. So, Jenny.
I wasn't going to Harlem. I was coming from the Heights, Washington, that is. Believe it or not, as a young girl growing up in Washington Heights, I never went to Harlem, just passed it. I think the first time I ever got off in 125th Street was in my early 20s. You see, Dominicans don't have any need to leave Washington Heights, ever. The only time Dominicans leave the Heights is to go to Dominican Macy's on 34th Street. Oh, you've never heard of Dominican Macy's? It's called Conway. At Conway, a Dominican can find, actually we call it Conways. At Conways, a Dominican can find everything they need to send back home. I'm reading my book, or trying to. My chemo brain makes me drift off at times, and I look out the window at absolutely nothing since we're underground, remember? When I look down to read again, I notice it. The bracelet around my left wrist. It says Columbia Presbyterian Hospital. It's summer, and I'm wearing a tank top, so everyone on the train can see that I'm wearing this thing. Everyone knows I just left the hospital, and that something was plugged into my veins since I have a huge wad of gauze with that hospital taped over it in the fold of my arm. Why can't they just give me a Band-Aid?
There are some issues in the lesbian community and in the transgender community and in the gay community, which, of course, does not occur in the straight community. And these can be, unfortunately, higher risk of certain cancers, such as breast cancer, since we know one of the risk factors for breast cancer is there's a higher rate of not having kids. Changing our lifestyle. It's a combination of everything. It's a combination that we're living longer. It's a combination of mutations. It's a combination of the environment being toxic. It's a combination that we've changed our lifestyle. Colon cancer and drinking and smoking, by the way, increases the risk factor.
For me, it's been over 1.5 years now. It's been 2 years and 3 months. I graduated to returning to my doctor, my oncologist, every 6 months now instead of every 3. And we're very vigilant, those of us who are survivors. It's very important to keep looking for recurrence, because we catch it early again. We got something from cancer, you know, and we got that appreciation. And it's really significant, and I don't want to lose it. And that's, the further you get out on a remission, the more you can just chug on into the old life and not carry that precious recognition and treasure that it is.
And that's all for this excerpt from Out at the Center. If you want to see the full show, check it out on our website at gaycenter.org/out. I'm Laverne Cox. Until next time, stay in the love.